Yeah, so tell us a little bit about the history of L&L and how you founded it with your
Well,
partner.
it's really a long history because it's actually started by a Korean gentleman by the name of Robert Lee in 1952.
Hmm.
He started a dairy. He called that L&L Dairy, and he named it after himself and his son, Robert Lee
We're not
Jr.
sure, either
Well,
the
we're not
son or
sure.
his
The mom
wife,
claimed that it's her
Ida
name,
Lee. Yeah.
Mrs. Lee, but we're not gonna argue. So it's Lee and Lee or L&L.
Oh,
Eventually, he
okay.
opened
Lee
up,
and Lee.
hamburger places to sell burger and milk, and then in the 1960 or 70, he would have the L&L location, original one at Liliha Street, and we bought it in 1976. In 1976, we live about a block away.
Oh,
And my mom was working as kind of like a dishwasher cashier at Lynn's Deli in Ala Moana. And at that time, I already make money. And I said, Mom, I buy you a restaurant. Honest to God, people don't believe I bought my mother a restaurant. I bought her the restaurant and I gave it to her as a gift. I'm so tight. My girlfriend asked me, "Are you gonna pay for the lunch?" I said, "No, you pay for yourself." But my mom, I bought her the restaurant, gave it to her as a gift. And what I did was, she didn't like to work. It's very difficult. It's very hard work in
Mhm.
restaurants. So I asked my good friend, Mr. Johnson Cam. Okay, Mr. Cam, he came in, became a partner with my mother. That's how we started.
Mhm.
I was never in restaurant business. I got a
Mhm.
college degree at UH, a business degree,
Mhm.
so I'm not going to work there. So those two work in a restaurant. But eventually, my mom decided it's too difficult, too hard to
Mhm.
work. And she sold everything to my partner, Johnson Cam. So at that time, I think 1978, I was completely out of the L&L picture.
Oh, wow. And then how'd you get back in?
How did I get back in? Well, I have to talk about Mr. Cam,
Mhm.
Johnson. He's one of the most generous guys I have ever met. I'm telling you, he's very generous. Uh, the second store was at university. He opened up, and he helped his friend open, let them use the name, and don't charge a fee.
Hmm.
Then he did that to the third, to the fourth, to the fifth. Helping friends, just helping
Oh.
friends. And one day in 98, 99, we went to Maui on a vacation,
Mhm.
because we're close friends. I'm kind of like an advisor to him.
Mhm.
I sold him everything: insurance, car, what else?
Gold
Real
chain.
estate, not gold chain. He got gold chain. I sold him everything. We're buddies because his English, I'm more educated. So he always
Mhm.
asks me for advice. I know I'm more akamai in business. So he always come to me for advice. So I help him. We're good friends. So we travel together quite often. On one trip in Maui, our family were traveling, and I said, Johnson, you can't just let your friend use your name and teach them everything and not charge a dime for it. That's not the Chinese way of doing business.
That's the local way, which is
Yeah, I tell you, I said, you
bad
can't do
and
that. He
good.
said, well, I said, do you want me to come in and help you to start a franchise? And he always said yes to me. He said, yeah, okay, why don't you start a franchise? So I did. And I went back home and started doing research on franchising. I have no idea what franchising is. I don't have any idea about restaurant business other than working, as a busboy. Uh, I have no idea. So, but again, I got a very good education at University of Hawaii business. I don't have to go to USC, UH is just as good. So, and I started to learn franchising and form the franchise company. That's how we started.